Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Seize Your Business. I'm Jim Waszak, one of your hosts, and my colleague is Kevin O'Flaherty from O'Flaherty Law. Today, our guest is Dr. Claire Kacena from Corwitz Chiropractic, and our topic is corporate wellness and health for the entrepreneur, something a lot of us tend to forget about. So, Dr. Claire, welcome.
Thanks for having me, guys.
And,
I really appreciate it.
People kind of know what chiropractic is, but I don't know if they know the impact of it. Is there a success story you could tell us about, maybe how you improve somebody's situation as an intro?
Yeah, so a lot of people know that chiropractic involves the skeletal system and the muscles that are involved with the spine and the rest of the joints and ligaments, tendons, all that, and how staying in proper alignment is important for your health and well-being. And this is something that needs to be carried throughout life because we're always, doing activities throughout the day, getting ourselves misaligned, and that does have a huge impact on, on our health and how we go through our activities of daily living. But one thing that I wanted, a success story, and this, a lot of people don't realize the importance of chiropractic and how it can affect different things. I recently had a 7-year-old pediatric child who was having an issue with bedwetting. And usually that's not normal for a child of that age. But just working with him, activating the left side of his body kind of helps to activate the micturition center of the brain. So it was kind of a trial and error thing because there's a lot of things that are involved with that. It could be a psychological, it could be a developmental thing. But just, using some gentle vibration, sending him home with exercises that him and his mom could do together. After about 2 weeks of doing this, and within 2 treatments, he hasn't had any issues with bedwetting.
Really?
So
wow.
Yeah.
So there's a lot more that chiropractic can help with than just a sore back.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about health for business owners and entrepreneurs.
Mm-hmm.
I know personally as a business owner, I know when I'm healthy, I'm doing better in my business.
Definitely.
But can you talk about maybe the importance and some of the challenges of staying healthy particularly when you're an entrepreneur and a business owner?
And as a business owner, you have all of your employees. You want them to be healthy and well so that you guys can carry on your business day in and day out, 5 days a week, in order to keep profits up and be successful. So a lot of times we don't think about our ergonomic state when we're in the office, and posture and how that has a huge effect on our health, which it does. And now chiropractic is becoming more and more prevalent within a corporate setting to help train employees as well as the business owners, because they shouldn't be excluded from this either, just on ergonomic statures and posture and making more ergonomic workstations. And then this has been shown through research. There's a company actually in Wisconsin, Standard Process, who has a long-standing history of doing this. They found that they had least amount of sick days with their employees. People took off less time from work comp injuries. So their profits actually went up within that time of having a corporate wellness setting on site at their facility.
Let me ask you this question. What I notice, I do, and a lot of people do. Everything is so computer oriented. We're sitting like this all day long, and I'm sure that's not good for you. But what are some of the problems that leads to, being in that sort of hunched over position and typing and head down?
Yeah. So being in that hunched over position takes us out of the normal alignment of the spine. So then what you're doing is you're altering the way that the spinal cord, which is within the vertebral bodies of the spine.
The what?
The vertebral bodies. So that makes up your spine, the little bones in between. Sorry.
Thank you, Jim.
No problem. Yeah.
Yeah. Stop me if something doesn't sound right or doesn't make sense to you guys. So when you take the normal alignment out of the spine and the spinal cord, then you start messing with communication between the brain, spinal cord, and then the rest of the body. So you start interfering with normal functioning. You stop messages coming back to the brain, so you're not getting that feedback if something's going wrong. within the body. So you start seeing anything from increased sickness, decreased immune system functioning, more muscle fatigue, strains. When you're in this forward flex position, what you're doing is you shorten the muscles in the front of the neck, and then you lengthen the muscles within the back. So you're causing more spasming in the back to go on, and then you're shortening muscles here. So eventually, from this repetitive movement and position, your body gets used to that, and your brain thinks that this is normal. So it's actually harder to retrain yourself to get out of that position if you've been in this forward flex position for a long period of time.
And you're saying that forward flex position can actually lower your immune system, make you sick more often.
Yeah, because your brain is not communicating with the rest of your body like it should be. And the immune system is just one thing that it needs feedback on all the time and needs to have control of.
So somebody who's been in that position for years now, and maybe, they're younger or whatever, or they just get used to taking, painkillers. I mean, what are the steps to sort of heal that, to bring them back to normal? And, because you said the body kind of gets used to that as normal.
So it does take some time and some work, and it's a collaborative effort between the doctor and the patient. What we would do is kind of a spinal screen, check out where you're at in terms of your alignment and your positioning, look at how you are throughout your day and how you carry yourself. If you can get an ergonomic workstation at work, if your employer will honor that for you, I would highly recommend it. And then just working on postural retraining the muscles, as well as doing adjusting to realign the spine where it needs to be. And through repetitive treatment, that will happen. It just takes time.
Tell me what an ergonomic workstation is.
Typically, standing is preferred if you don't have any issues with standing for extended periods of time, or you could sit on a stability ball. Usually chairs like this cause our lumbar spine, which is our low back, to go in more of a flex position. So it gives us that rounded curvature, which we don't want. It's taking out the normal curvature of the low back. And then it also affects everything else. So it forces us to go into this flex position of poor posture. And then having a screen that's a little bit lower than eye level is going to also cause that. And then when you're sitting like this, so something you would want to be standing upright, straight, and have the screen preferably at eye level or maybe even a little bit higher so you're not looking down. And then just making sure that things are kind of at your level and not either too far down or too far over here. Or if you have two screens, make sure that you're turning your whole body so you're not twisting all day and turning.
Do you find that
Those
people
kind of
have
things.
trouble, like if they've got a standing workstation, do you find that people have trouble getting through the day standing all day, or they're like...
No, I've had patients who love it, and they have the option of lowering it or raising it back up if they need to. Usually people say they just go for a quick walk around the office and then they're fine, just to get the blood flowing again.
Back pain or fatigue from standing up all day long? I guess, when I used to work as a waiter, I was on my feet all the time.
Yeah.
So it's probably not that terrible. Probably keeps you more energized.
Definitely.
throughout the
Keeps
day,
the blood
too.
flowing, yeah.
If
So
you-
you don't fall asleep at work.
If you're in a situation where it doesn't make sense for you to have an ergonomic workstation, or for some reason that's not an option, what are some other tricks people can do to stay feeling good, stay energized, stay in the right posture throughout the day?
Well, you can always just get up and walk around. There's also stretches that we can prescribe to patients that they can do even while they're sitting at their chair. If they physically don't have the space to get up and do any kind of stretching or don't want to in front of everybody, they can definitely do that as well, just to make sure that the muscles aren't tightening up or shortening.
Now, you know what? I just was struck by something which I've never had this sort of visceral experience of it before, but, which I guess I would expect, but you have great posture, normally. But when you were demonstrating, this hunch, you look totally different. You look tired and beat up, and when you just by sitting straighter, you look much more energized.
And,
So there's probably some benefits if you're someone who's people facing, to have sort of good posture. You just look a lot better.
So let's talk about corporate wellness programs. What are those like? What size companies do them? What does that program look and feel like? What are the benefits?
kind of in the baby stages right now. It's becoming more and more prevalent in the bigger companies that can afford to bring in a program like that, because usually it's a chiropractor and some sort of rehab specialist or maybe even a physical therapist alongside, so they can work as a team and collaborate. Sometimes they'll even bring in a medical doctor as well. So it's really kind of the big companies right now that are doing that. And then are you asking about the actual program, how that would be?
Yeah, well, I suppose, so, it's not something where an office of 20 people is going to, have a corporate wellness program, right?
They wouldn't bring a chiro on site for that. I wouldn't imagine, unless they're doing really well at 20 people. But maybe they could set something up where they have an agreement with a local office and, they work out, some kind of program.
And I'm not at all conflating what you do with massage, but we used to have a program where, once a month on Fridays, we'd bring a masseuse in and just anyone who wanted to take advantage of it, they'd be in the conference room, they could get a massage in our conference room. And,
yep.
Even just that, I think it broke people's day up. It made them, excited to. Not everyone took advantage of it, but it would seem like if there's some other program where you can get, and I'm sure there's some people that do it. Not everybody does it, but I could see the attractiveness of having somebody kind of oversee the wellness of your staff, and on a corporate level, that makes a ton of sense if you got enough employees.
So when I go regularly to a chiropractor, and when I go, they always give you a massage first, and it's to sort of relax the muscles so you can make the adjustment easier, right? Mm-hmm. Now, let me ask you this question. As I say, I'm a believer or a fan, but a lot of people say, chiropractic, they sort of downplay it, I mean, what do you say to those people, those non-believers, if you want to call them?
Just explain kind of like what I said in the beginning, the importance of chiropractic. Massage definitely is a good component of chiropractic. At our office, we do the massage with the chiropractic, and then we also do rehab with our patients, because it's not just one component that's going to help solve a problem, or if it does, it's going to take a lot longer to get somebody out of pain and to really correct postural misalignments. So the whole point of chiropractic is really just to keep the spine and the rest of the body in alignment. When you put any kind of strain on the spinal cord and the nerves that are exiting the spine, that's when you start running, like I said earlier, into issues, whether it be muscle spasm, numbness and tingling into the legs, issues with your immune system, how you normally function. We see young pediatric patients who had, memory or attention issues just completely come around from just having their cervical region, which is the neck, adjusted. So there's just a lot of things.
So do you work with spouses?
Yes.
Because I was talking to this guy one time, and he was saying, "Man, I got to find some better way to keep my wife in line. So can you keep her in alignment?" That was our comedy moment, folks.
When you have to tell people it's a comedy moment, that's
pretty sad. I know. But that's all part of the routine. So, what about golfers? I know a lot of people are always looking for a way to fix their golf swing, but if you can get us more flexible, that should lead to more swing speed and better distance and control, right?
Keeping the muscles of the back nice and loose, and then as well as maintaining the alignment that you need to get that rotation in the spine when you're doing that swing. That's going to be the biggest thing.
Well, if we're doing a swing like you just did,
Sorry.
bigger problems than the chiropractor will solve.
I haven't been on the course to practice recently, so
that's okay. That's okay.
You'll have to forgive me.
Yes.
Well, thanks so much for taking the time to come in.
Thank you, Claire.
Thank you, guys. I really appreciate it.
We'll have your contact info at caesarbusiness.com on the show notes. So hopefully some people reach out to you and can use your help. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you so much. And if somebody needed to or wanted to get a hold of you to learn more or schedule an evaluation, what's the best way to contact you?
So you can contact us through our website at corwitzchiro.com or call us at 630-963-0080.
Say that one more time, slowly.
Sorry, I talk really fast. 630-963-0080.
Okay, super. And Kevin, if somebody wanted to talk to you about some legal issue,
you can schedule a free consultation at 630-324-6666. We do almost every area of law.
Super. And for me, 630-272-3895. And I'm actually working on a workshop I'm going to be putting together called Overcoming Your Fears. So stay tuned and you'll hear more about that. So thank you very much. And until next time, have a great week.